be live. Okay, so now we should be live. I'll just check that everything is working as usual.
Awesome.
And let me check also the Twitter so that I can send you the link if you want to share it. Okay, so YouTube is live. And that's interesting. I don't have nothing on Twitter.
X is not working?
No. What? No. So live. Oh, okay. It just, I don't know why it's showing differently.
Huh.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't show in the post, right?
Let me check.
Yeah, we don't have a post, but if you click on the
If you click on the profile
picture,
pic, it works, yeah.
So, okay, so how can I... would be nice if
Maybe
you
we can
guys
ask
could
Kev
also...
to send it out manually. I don't know.
Yeah.
But usually it's auto-generated.
I'll ask Kevin. Let me check.
So the issue is on X, right?
Yeah, I believe
Sorry?
I can see the stream in X, basically. So I think we're good.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, Kevin just sent you the link, by the way.
Okay, perfect. Thanks.
X.com iBroadcast. Okay, so they changed this stuff. Okay, nice.
Nice. I can already see the chats. So
Yeah.
Hi.
Yeah. So, by the way, Nadir, I mean, all of you guys, you do as you want. Logically, like people will just start sending messages here. You do as you wish. If you want to ask them right away, you can, and if you prefer to ask them to answer all of that stuff in the end, we can also do it.
Okay.
Yeah. If you see any interesting question and you want to stop the conversation for a bit, you can. It's fine.
Okay. I
Yeah.
guess a lot of people have questions. Can't wait.
All right. Should we get started?
Nice. Yeah, we can. I think we can.
Okay.
Get started.
Thank you, everyone, for joining us this week again for another Community Live. I hope you're all doing well. We're excited for today's episode because it's something that we've been following quite closely for several months at this point. And we believe that it's something that was really needed for the Massa ecosystem in general as a DeFi primitive. The project is EagleFi. I'm sure some of you must have seen some stuff around Twitter in the past few days. It started off actually as a bounty that wasn't supposed to be very much, but the team really over-delivered on this. So we kept following them, they kept delivering, and here we are today at basically the first launch of it. So thank you guys for all of your hard work, and please introduce yourselves.
Yeah, thanks a lot. So we are basically like you said, the EagleFi team. We are composed of the teammate, which is me and Nadir. You can call me Nad also, and Ayub and Farouk. So we are a team inside of a bigger team, which is the DAR blockchain team. So big shout out to the DAR blockchain family. So we are most like a family now. And I want to take this opportunity to thank Nif and Jafar, which are the co-founders of their blockchain, which gave us the opportunity to build this amazing project, which is EagleFi. So I guess do you want me to tell you the story of EagleFi, how it started? As you said, I joined the DAI blockchain team 6 months ago, and I was going to build a project with the team, and then I heard people talking about Massa. So they were saying that there's this layer one that solved the trilemma of the blockchain, which is basically decentralization, scalability, and security. And I was like, wow, amazing. So I went to check Massa, and really I was blown away with what you guys did. The different goals, for example, like being able to do transaction in the future without having something that's going to trigger the transaction in a centralized way, doing it through the blockchain in a decentralized way. This is pretty amazing. Also, the DWeb being able to put your website and having your website there and not decentralized. This is pretty amazing too. So I went to the co-founders and I was like, guys, we need to build something in Massa. It's definitely a great layer one. And when I saw the market cap, it was like less than $10 million. I was pretty amazed because with all of this and it's so undervaluated, so we decided to work on it. I did some research and we saw the different bounties. So I encourage everyone to go there as like us to see it. And I saw the Uniswap V2 bounty. So maybe I can talk a little bit more about me. I have several years of experiences. I have a technical background, but a business background too, because I have an MBA. I worked in many blockchain projects, and one of them was DEX on another layer one. We built Uniswap also like DEX, and you have like millions of dollars in total value and the volume. So we basically want to do the same on Massa. So we saw that in Massa we already have DEX, which is DUSA. So DUSA is really different from EagleFi. How? Because we don't have the same model. They have the Trader Joe model, and we have the Uniswap model. The difference is they have concentrated liquidity. It's capital efficient, but the issue with it is that basically you can be easily out of range if there is like a big volume, and that's a big issue for like for example meme coins. And with the Uniswap V2 model, not the V3, the V2, the one we have, you're gonna be able to put liquidity, and you don't have to worry about the different ranges. So, for example, so if a project wants to come and create his projects, it's really easy to do. So when I did my research on Massa, I discovered that there's not much pools in DUSA, and there's not a lot of projects. So what Massa really needs is projects. When you have more projects, you're gonna have more users. When you have more users, you're gonna have more volume, more total value logged, more transaction. You're gonna have then more visibility from the VCs, from the users. More will come, then the market cap will grow. And I thought it would be really nice in our DEX to also allow people to create their projects. So now with AI, it's pretty easy to create a front end, but it's more difficult to create like a smart contract, create a smart contract that builds tokens. So you can have security issues. So what we did is providing a smart contract, a way to create token easily, provide liquidity, and allow projects to directly launch their tokens and make it tradable. So now I will let Ayub show you how we can do that. Ayub, go ahead.
So welcome everyone. I'm gonna first share my screen. So
Okay, so you are going to share a screen. You're going to do a demo. I just wanted to to give a bit of context and explain a bit more why we were so excited about this. Just
Yeah, I
so
have
we have
some points
an
as well.
idea, the description of the bounty, like the origin of the bounty, was Uniswap V2-like and allow users to swap tokens using a DEX with functions similar to Uniswap V2. So just keep that in mind now that you are going to see the result of everything.
Keep that in mind. And it was also not including a front end, if I remember correctly. So it was mostly smart contract and documentation for it.
Yes.
So when we saw the thing, we were quite blown away by it. So yeah, I think they've done a really amazing job. Also, I wanted to touch on a couple of things that you said that were really cool. I think Massa Labs is going to be very happy to hear that you like deferred calls because they've spent a ton of time working on them. So that's really nice. And I think it's a really amazing feature that doesn't exist on other blockchains. You've talked about a lot of stuff, but yeah, the differences between DUSA and EagleFi, around DUSA and EagleFi as a conversation in general as well. I don't think you guys really need to compete in any negative way. It's just different ways of doing DEXs. And to be honest, for the health of our network, I think the best thing that we could have is two different DEXs with slightly different technologies that can give users more choices. And in the end, even if they end up arguing about it, that's amazing because it creates more excitement in the community. So I think it's all very good.
Yes, I mean, even if we are in a competition, which we're not, right? So let's say we're in a competition. If we're in a competition, we're gonna try to provide to the users the best product, right? So who's gonna win at the end is the user. So it's the Massa community. So it's really important to have like many dexes or even competition between the projects. Definitely.
It's a healthy competition.
I fully agree.
By the way, Nadir, can I have a hoodie?
Sure, we're
You got
gonna
a hoodie?
provide some for the community pretty soon. I'm gonna try to do it.
Nice.
Yeah, so maybe
Just
I can. So even the back, you're gonna see the logo later on. So
Oh, that's nice.
perfect. Okay, yeah. So who is going to share the screen? So
Yes.
it's you, Ayub. I think I need to accept it on my end. Let me know when you are ready.
I am ready. Now the screen. Okay.
Well, yeah, I'm gonna while you're sharing your screen, I'm gonna tell a little bit more about Ayub and Farah, my teammate, my pretty awesome teammates. So basically, I started alone, working on the decks, and then Ayub came and he just told me I finished my project, and I heard you working on a DeFi project on Massa. I'm really interested, and I've built some smart contracts on Massa before. Mind if I join your team and work on it? And we started working on the smart contract for multiple months, and I just want to share this great news. Our smart contracts are audited. Cypher audited our smart contracts, and it went pretty successfully. Our smart contracts are also open source, so you can already go. I mean, Ayub's going to share the screen. You're going to see our website. You can already go check our smart contracts. So, like you said, Daniel, yeah, like you said, Daniel, after that, we already had smart contracts, but we thought that we had pretty awesome smart contracts. It would be awesome to have a front end for that. That's when Farah joined us. Yeah, go ahead.
So you see my screen now?
Yep. Yep.
Okay. So this is our website. You can check it at EagleFi.io. So the first thing I'm gonna do is, as Nadir said previously, it's to create a new token. We will call it EagleFi. But before I start, let's check if that token exists on the Eagle market cap first. Okay. So I'm
By
gonna
the way,
review.
I will send all the links on the conversation, but a bit later because I would prefer that people stick with us for the
Great.
moment.
Okay. Okay. So as I said, I'm gonna check for the token. Oh, just I can search for it here, so I can do that. So as you see, the token is not found because we didn't create it yet. So I'm gonna head to our create token page. As you can see, this the fields you should fill to create a new token. So before we start, let's check the time now. It's 40:14 p.m. So let's check how fast we can create a token with EagleFi. So let's start first by the name, which will be EagleFi. The symbol will be EGL. So the name and symbol are the traditional way of creating tokens on Massa or any other blockchain. What we did is something new. We add the description and a lot of other fields that I guess you can find it interested. So the first field is the description. It is optional, as you can see, but I'm gonna put something like this here. Join the Eagles Army. So for the logo URL, I'm gonna grab our logo. As you can see, it's already previewed in our front end. This can help the token creator to confirm that the URL that he's putting in is correct. So the next feature we're gonna see is the posable, which is very interesting feature. uh, it helps you when the problem occurs with your token. I don't know what it can, issues happen in blockchain. So we need that feature that pause or impose all the transfers in that token. So this is a pretty awesome feature in my opinion. Also, we have mintable and burnable, which they are very common in the blockchain space. I mean, mintable, you can increase the total supply of the token after you create it. Burnable is the reverse. You can decrease the total supply. Okay, for the EagleFi, I'm gonna put mintable. Also, another field is the website. So I'm gonna grab our website URL and put it here. For the total supply, I'm gonna put something like this and hit create token. So I'm gonna confirm the transaction. So as I said, previously Massa was the token created on Massa have only the name and the symbol and the total supply. Now, now it have a little other fields like description and okay, you can see that the token was already created. So I'm gonna skip to the create pool.
Nice.
And you already see that is selected by default. Of course, you can change another token. You can choose another one from the list. Also, you can search for any other token. I mean, you can search by name, symbol, or even the address. But for this demo, I'm gonna say I'm gonna stay like UGL, the selected one. For the bottom, you have only two options, which is Rapid Massa or Massa. We chose to fix those we all our pools with Massa or Rapid Massa, so we can have enough liquidity at the start. But in the future, maybe we'll change that. So something interested is if you don't have Rapid Massa because it is selected by default, you can choose Massa. What we're doing here, if you selected Massa, we'll wrap the Massa you set it for you. So you don't have to do some extra work and go to wrapping your Massa to Rapid Massa and create pool. So back to the creating of the pool, the balance of the token is like you see. I'm gonna make it 10% of it, so it's something like that. Okay. For the price, I'm gonna put 0.1. Oh, it's very large. I don't have enough Massa. So I'm gonna decrease the price. Okay, now it's good. Okay.
But by the way, you can select the fees also.
Yes, I'm gonna explain that. So before the trading fees, I'm gonna explain how the credit pool works. So first, there is basically three transactions you have to make. The first one is the increase allowance for the EGL token. The second one will be the increased allowance for the rapid Massa if you select the rapid Massa token. But if you selected Massa, as I did here, you will pass directly to the third transaction, which will be the create pool with liquidity. Okay, so I'm gonna confirm this. And for the trading fees, as you see, you can choose one of these four. So basically, you can create four different pool with the same token pairs. And the pool is created successfully. I'm gonna back to it. We advise all of you to select 0.3. But if your token is a meme coin, we advise you to select 1% because it's more volatile. I mean something like that. Okay, the pool created successfully. So I'm gonna go back to the Eagle market cap and check if our token exists there. If you can remember at the start, we checked the Eagle market cap and we didn't find it. So I'm gonna head down. And you see EagleFi is there. You can see its stat, its price, its market cap, its some stats of it. But what is more interesting is you can see all the stat in USD or Massa. You have a toggler for that, and this is very good feature in my opinion. I need it in my personal.
By the way, Ayub, it took you basically less than 5 minutes to create a token, to add liquidity, and to have it listed on Eagle Market Cap. So people, you can now, and you're gonna see later, swap your tokens. Yeah, good.
Yeah, that's cool. It's very fast. I mean, okay. Now we can see we're going to the liquidity page where we're gonna see our pool. This is basically a list of all pools available in the EagleFi. They are sorted by the TVL, which is the total liquidity. Also, you have here some stats like volume, fees, PR. Let's check if our pool exists. Okay, here it is. This is the pool we just created. So now anyone can do swaps on that pool or even buy EGL. So Farouk, can you buy some EGL?
Yes, of course. Thank you, Ayub. So I'm going to share my screen.
Perfect, Farouk. Let's go.
Okay, good.
Okay.
So I'm going to buy some EGL through our swap widget. The swap widget is the heart of every DEX. So I'm going to select the EGL token that Ayub has just created. So let's search in the input for EGL. Yes, and here is it. So I'm gonna select EGL. So can I swap some Massa for EGL? Let's say, for example, I give 500 Massa. Yeah, so here we get the an automatic estimation of how much I will get EGL for 500 Massa. So here I'm gonna get around 800 units of EGL. So before executing the swap, I'm gonna go through some features in our widget. So here you can configure the slippage. You can either select one of those options, or you can put a customized value. So I'm gonna go with 5%. Also here you can see the price impact. This is how much your transaction is going to impact the price of each year of this token. For example, here, if I put 500 Massa, I'm going to impact the price by 90%. It's high price impact due to low liquidity. Also here we can see the minimum received. This is after calculating the slippage. This is the minimum you can receive. If it exceeds, for example, the transactions, it will exceed, for example, 5% of the slippage, it will revert. So I'm going to execute the swap. I'm going to confirm through my nearby wallet. So wait for the transaction. And here's it. I've successfully swapped 500 Massa for 800 units of EGL. So to see my transaction, I'm going to go to my portfolio. And here is my portfolio. It is a unified dashboard that shows almost everything. You have visibility on everything related to your account. As you can see here, in the top.
That's a lot of money.
Yeah, that's a lot of money faucet. By the way, we are in BuildNet, so I have to tell the community that for those 2 weeks, we will explore our decks through BuildNet and only BuildNet. Until in mid-June, we go live to mainnet. So they have to make sure that they are in BuildNet. They have to make sure that this spot is yellow, BuildNet. And they have to make sure they are on the right network. So let's say, for example, I choose mainnet. It will tell me that I'm in the wrong network. For now, everyone should be in BuildNet to try and explore, get their hands dirty through our decks. So I'm going to switch back to BuildNet. Good. So here in the top section of our portfolio, we have the visibility of our assets. Here you see all the details of our assets, how many units of each token, and its equivalent value in dollars. Here we have this the list of the pool that I participated in, the pools that I put liquidity in. And this third section, it have the state of roles that I have. I have 51 roles that are not in staking, that have 51 roles. and they are inactive staking. So I stick it those roles in my node on BuildNet. So going back to the transaction we just made, here you can see the history of my transactions. And as you can see here, the last transactions we have just did. Here you can see the timestamp, the type of transaction we made swap. Here you can see the details. I swapped 500 Massa for around 800 units of EagleFi token. And here I have the link to check my transaction on the Massa Explorer. So going back to the GL, I'm gonna check if I have my GL in my assets. So I'm gonna check my asset, and here is it. We have the GL. It is, we have 800 unit, equivalent of $10 of EGL. So I'm gonna explore the EGL token. Click on it. So it will take me to the EGL where I can find all the details of the metrics related to EGL. So here we always put the address for the token so that you make sure you are on the right tokens and avoid you are not in duplicate or something like that. Here in this section, we have the major key metrics of related to the token, from the price to the volume in the last 24 hours, the market cap, and the liquidity we have in EagleFi for this token. And here we have the trading view chart. And since we have just created the EGL token, we don't have enough data to show in the chart. So I'm going to switch to another token that have enough data. So let's choose Massa. So here we have the chart, for example, of Massa. Here we have enough data. We can switch the time frame of the candles, which candles for time frame. We select, for example, here we have the time frame for 4 hours, etc. Now going back to EGL. Good. Here in this table, we have all the transactions related to this token. So in this token, we have add liquidity that Ayuba just did when creating the pool. And here is my swap. So I bought 800 units of EGL. So here I can see the owner of the transaction, for example, add liquidity. I can go through Ayub and see his portfolio. And I can see his portfolio, so I can track everything easily. So we have the transparency here, we have good visibility. You can avoid the hassle of going through the Explorer to copy trade someone, to see to see someone his transactions, his trades, etc. So you have everything.
So basically, Ayub is
That's
the one.
nice. Since you is dumping.
So now going back to EagleFi. So here in these tabs, you can go to the info section to see more metadata from the description to the links of the EGL, circulating supply, and the rest of the metadata, if it is burnable, mintable, or freezable, etc. So let's say I want to have passive income, I want to earn fees with EGL and Massa. So what I have to do is go to the pools, pool sections. Now I see there is one pool with EagleFi and Rapid Massa. So I can click on it and add liquidity. So we go to the section of add liquidity. I have 800 units, so 862 units. So I'm going to choose, for example, 800 to add it as a liquidity. And here we can see that we get the estimation of how much we need to put in Rapid Massa. So here there is a 50-50 ratio. It is automatically calculated. So I'm going to add the liquidity. Click on add liquidity. So here I'm going to pass through 3 transactions, pass through allowance of EGL, and then allowance for Rapid Massa, and finally sign the transaction of add liquidity. So I'm going to confirm the allowance for EGL. And it was, as we see here, we have the data about we have the data. So I'm going to confirm the second allowance. You see, it has related to the pool. Is how much liquidity in dollars. My pool share for now is 0%. I didn't add liquidity yet. Each pair, how much we have for each pair. And here I'm gonna confirm the add liquidity transaction. This is the last transaction. And finally, I added the liquidity, so my pool share increased. So I have 8% of liquidity in this pool. So going through this section to remove liquidity, after adding liquidity, I can remove liquidity, can remove the totality of it, or I can remove a part of it. For example, let's say I could remove 75%. Here it will tell you how much you will get. If I remove 75%, I will get 600 unit of EGL and around 300 unit of rapid Massa. So I'm not going to remove liquidity. I want to gain fees from my liquidity. So talking about Massa, if you don't have, for example, Massa, you can either go through CX like Mixi or BitGet, make the KYC and buy some Massa, or we provided you with seamless way to bridge Massa. So we made a cooperation with the Let's Exchange platform. We took their widget through affiliation, and here you can seamlessly bridge almost every token with Massa. So with the three simple steps, you can, for example, choose Ethereum, and you can choose from a wide variety of other tokens. So let's, for example, bridge this amount. You click Eagle Exchange. Here you should paste your address of where you want to receive your Massa. Click Next, accept, and they will give you an address. You should deposit Ethereum, this amount of Ethereum on it, and a few amount of time you will get your Massa seamlessly. Thank you for your attention. Thank you to the Massa community. Now I will give the lead to Nadir to tell you what else we can do with Massa.
Awesome. What's
Thank
even
you very
awesome
much.
is that Let's Exchange just integrated the Massa a couple of days ago. And,
Yep.
yeah, and we already have it in EagleFi, which is pretty amazing. So I'm going to share my screen also. So let me know when you can see it.
There we go.
Yeah, we can see it.
So I don't know if you see here, but pretty soon we're going to have 150,000 Massa as incentive. So it's coming pretty soon. When I say pretty soon, it's going to be next week. So 50,000 Massa is going to be distributed to the next EagleFi community. So I'm asking you guys, when you go on eaglefi.io, on the bottom of the page, you're going to find all our socials here. So you're going to find the Telegram, you're going to find our X, our Discord. Join us because we're going to do some announcement about the incentive. Basically, we're going to have a incentive for the buildnet, but also for the mainnet. You can even earn some Massa with the buildnet. We're going to have a bug bounty, an amount for the bug bounty, an amount also for a trading competition. So the part of this incentive is going to go for the traders. If you do, you don't even need the Massa for now. You just need some faucet. You're going to do some trades on EagleFi. We have already a leaderboard there, so you can check yourself in the leaderboard. We also have a leaderboard for the liquidity. We can see everyone and his liquidity. So we're going to give Massa to the ones that participated in the BuildNet and help us improve our projects. Yeah, we are still in BuildNet and we are coming pretty soon to mainnet. So in the future, so as you can see, we're not just a DEX, right? We are a DEX, we are a CoinMarketCap. We are also thinking of having a Dev AI project, which is a cool narrative these days. We could try in the future combine the DeFi with AI, for example, here. Let's say if it works, so we're still in the beta version.
Yeah, I was going to ask because I was exploring a little bit the website and I was asking to myself if you guys have any plans for this chatbot.
Yeah, I can answer that, but for now, you can just ask the price of the tokens.
Okay.
It's pretty amazing because in 30 minutes we created token, we added pool, we added liquidity, we did some stuff. We have the AI knowing the price and everything. In the future, maybe, let's see, we can even through the prompt maybe launch some transaction. So follow us, come here and check what we're gonna create next. Speaking of creating, so let's say I'm a project. In the past, when I was in the last run, I saw tokens like meme coins. So hopefully, maybe we even launch the memcon season in Massa. We want to have like a lot of when we go mainnet in mid-June, we're gonna have a lot of projects, a lot of memcons, cultural cons, of even some real projects. Gonna have pretty soon some mini partnerships. So you're gonna see we're gonna have a lot of activity in Massa. This is gonna be pretty awesome. You can not only create a token, but like I said, with AI now, you can even create front end. So it's pretty easy with AI to create a front end. But like I said, the difficult part is to connect the front end with the Massa blockchain. Now you can easily integrate Massa in your website with this create widget. You just have to basically copy the code here and paste it in your front end. So here I'm gonna select EGL for my widget because I'm gonna integrate it in my project. Just a second.
Refresh the page.
It's here.
Okay.
Awesome. So yeah, now we're gonna let's say I don't want people to buy other than EGL. So you're gonna disable this. You won't be able to select it. So I'm gonna show you now how this is gonna look like in your own front end, in our own website. So it's here. Voilà. So you don't even need to add the connection to the Massa because it's already integrated. So yeah, it's pretty. I mean, we hope people is gonna come and do whatever they want. Like I told in the beginning, it's the story of the EagleFi team that where we had nothing and now we're trying to provide everything to the Massa community.
Yeah, this iframe integration is very good even for like one specific purpose. If you remember the bull run on BNB chain back in 2021, a lot of it was basically guided by doing kind of a similar thing, like integrating pancake swap into your farming protocol, not straightforward to an iframe, but basically kind of the same thing. So utilizing pancake swap as your dex, but having it on your front end and then running farms off of that. So that's basically a door that can be opened on Massa Network right now for anyone that wants to launch a farming platform. You can directly do it through this, and it's something that doesn't exist on chain yet for us. So feel free to do it if you can.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, why not? So yeah, I guess people have many questions. So yeah, I'll be hearing it, I guess.
Yeah, we can. I mean, I think you guys have access to the chat. I was trying to monitor everything a little bit.
Yeah. So
Just to.
am I still sharing my screen?
Yeah, you are.
Okay. So basically, for the code, you can check it, but also we have like a documentation. We have a blog. We are helping developers also get into smart contracts. We're gonna have many blogs in the future, and yeah, I mean, we hope you're gonna enjoy being in EagleFi. You can even come and play some games. We created even Flappy Eagle here, which is basically the best score I did. I think it's maybe you can do better than me. So yeah. Go to the website, join our socials. We're gonna explain everything. And yeah, even if you're a developer and you want to check our smart contracts, it's open source. You have also a documentation right here. If you want to create a token, everything like is explained here. So feel free to join, and yeah, guess I will be hearing your questions.
Yeah, I mean, you're giving us a hard time with the questions because I think you guys covered pretty much everything that we could talk about, which is very nice. I think I have some small points that I can touch on a little bit. For example, Eagle market cap. It's nice you guys showed it, but I think it's something really important for Massa Network because until now we haven't had support from platforms like Dex Screener, for example, or any other trackers that would be able to track our coins properly. And the Eagle market cap does that pretty much in the exact same way as Dex Screener. And what is even more cool than that is that we have essentially features that can bootstrap the economy of the entire chain. So any user, whether you're a developer or not, as long as you have two hands, you can type and you can manage a social account, you can launch your own token and keep adding on to the Massa network economy by doing so. And that's pretty cool because it is something really new. And users have a way where they can trade, where they can check their price positions on the tokens that you're selling to them. It's something that didn't exist before, so I really like that.
Yeah, I'm really excited to see what's going to be the first token launch on EagleFi, honestly.
Same.
And we're also gonna have some incentive here in a minute for that. So I think I saw a question about the bridge, how it will work on mainnet. Basically, the bridge widget you saw, it's so you can already bridge, not the on mainnet. So maybe you can bridge from any other blockchain, Ethereum, Solana, and get some Massa. I'm telling you, get your Massa ready for where we're gonna be us in mainnet in mid-June. And until then, get familiar with EagleFi. It's pretty straightforward, I hope, for everyone, like we showed. And create your project, you can create your token. It's really, I mean, the Massa team created the layer one. It's up to us to create the projects, like I explained, and to show how awesome is Massa through this project, through any projects that be created. We are trying to provide that for you. So yeah,
Yeah, just to touch on the bridge a little bit more. I think they meant the one that's done through Let's Exchange, right?
it's that one. We integrated in the website. So if you go
Yeah.
to trades,
I can send, yeah, I just sent the link there.
get and
It's already live, by the way, on our side. So I would assume
Yeah.
yours
Just
is going to
to
also be
explain
live.
it very easily for the users. So when you guys utilize something like that, since Moss is listed on MEXC, for example, they can tackle the liquidity reserves of MEXC directly in order to do this on your behalf. So you wouldn't have to use the Massa bridge and then bridge to BNB chain, for example, and then from BNB chain use another bridge to another chain. They can do essentially everything on your end by themselves without you having to worry about it. That's how it works.
Yeah.
I see another question. Someone asking about our mobile version. You can already go to your mobile to do your Opera Navigator. We have designed the UI for our mobile application. We also integrated MetaMask. You can connect with the MetaMask. So hopefully, maybe in the future, you will be able to do some transaction through your mobile. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a very good point. So this is one of the few projects that works already with MetaMask Snaps on desktop. And if MetaMask Snaps gets integrated into the mobile version somewhere this year at some point, hopefully, then you would be able to interact directly with the app through there. But we're also working on some other solutions for that.
Yep. Just trying to get the official link. If you guys
Someone
already
else
have the
asks,
MetaMask, it's okay.
yeah, someone else asks, what about lending and borrowing? I mean, I think that's a different discussion, but definitely a lending and borrowing platform is something that ties in well with the DX. I don't know. Do you have anything about that, Nadir?
Yeah, I mean, for now, like I said, we have a DEX, we have a current market cap, we have
It's already a lot.
everything. So we also wanted to do some lending and borrowing, but I can tell now that we for sure are gonna do it. But I mean, we want to do it. I think the lending or borrowing project is needed in the Massa. It's missing, And if someone wants to do it, please let us know. We can help. We have a great team, technically, we can list your token or anything. We already have people coming to us and saying that we want to list our token in your platform, in your project. So you will see that pretty soon. Just follow us on our socials, and you'll get all this information through time. And yeah, there's nothing we can do, I guess. I feel like I have wings and we are eagles, right? And we can do pretty much anything. Yeah.
Very nice. Yeah, by the way, about all the incentive stuff, maybe we can then sync together, Nadir, so that we can also push this information once we have all the different phases, because you were talking about buildnet, the mainnet, and etc.
Yeah.
So yeah, we can share all of this.
Speaking of buildnet, you can guys already go to the EagleFi.io, play around, and do the same thing we did. And yeah, give us some feedback. Come to the socials. Come say hi. Join the Eagle Army. Let's make this journey awesome. Speaking of journey, I see a question here. Concentrated liquidity pool coming. So yes, we also want to do concentrated liquidity. So now it's a V2 version. The V3 version is the concentrated liquidity. So for the people who don't know, it's basically putting a range of price. So when you have a lot of liquidity concentrated in some place, it's more capital efficient. You earn more fees. Yeah.
Perfect. Did we talk? I think there was one question left.
Will you integrate more DeFi projects? Ask us what you want, and we'll do our best.
I think what I would want to see is probably some partnerships with other types of DeFi primitives. So anything that is related to yield farming, to auto compounding, locked farms, anything around that is stuff that is pretty cool that doesn't exist on Massa yet. So, and it's stuff that directly works thanks to you guys. So if anyone is in the chat that wants to launch a project like that, please contact me, Nadir, or anyone else, and let's get something going.
Definitely.
Totally.
So yeah, I guess if there's no more question, please, if you have a question, maybe even later, come to our Telegram or Discord and ask your question. I guess we still have 10 more minutes or less. Or maybe we can let you tell us more about the new update, the node update with the deferred code. I'm pretty excited hopefully we're gonna have time in the future to play around with the deferred call and the D-Web, and maybe even create some even more features, even more cool products. So yeah.
Pretty nice. I think we had a question, Daniel, that we didn't ask about the token, right?
Yeah. Do you guys have any plans for a token launch? I think that's also something that would be exciting if the project starts out well.
Yeah, I guess so. We are
Private info, maybe.
yes.
If you don't want to tell it, it's your choice. But
Yeah, I love when projects say yeah, maybe. So we are thinking about it. I think we'll definitely. Hopefully, we want to have like a token, like the token just saw the EGL one. Maybe in the future we're gonna see it in mainnet, or I can say maybe for now is come, play around with the protocol, and yeah, let's see what happens in the future.
I think the hard part is not creating the token, since you guys already did all of the work for that. But yeah, it's making sure that if there is community support, if there's good TVL, if there's good volume, if there's projects that are utilizing EagleFi, then something like that can surely happen.
Hopefully that will happen. I mean, like I said, we really tried to do a product. So when we started working on products, we went to the Massa ecosystem, and we said, "What's missing? What as a user would I love to have?" You know, like for example, creating a token, a portfolio. A portfolio is pretty awesome, where you really have everything displayed, even the total amount of your of what you have. You can see it in dollars in there. Even like you said, having different metrics, different prices for the tokens, everything is in one place. So hopefully in the future, EagleFi is going to be one stop. place for everyone on Massa. Hopefully, we're gonna be even the gateway of Massa. Yeah.
Pretty nice.
Let's hope so. And yeah, any of the dramas between Dusa and EagleFi, I'm more than happy to see any of it. So guys, feel free to create drama about this. It only makes us happy. Okay.
I mean,
Anything else that we want to cover?
I think that's pretty much it.
I think that's pretty much it. Yeah. For anyone that is following, please go and follow EagleFi as well. If you can,
Yes.
play out with their platform, participate in their testnet period, and when the mainnet comes, make sure you support it because it's something really important for Massa network in general.
Yeah, 100%. I already sent all the links. As I was saying, we'll keep pushing the info, mainly about the incentives that we were talking about, Nadir. And yeah, welcome to the ecosystem, guys.
Thanks a
Thank
lot.
you very much for your work. That's a lot. And yeah, I think
Yeah, I hope you
if
enjoy.
people want, we can always do a second community live once you guys have more stuff to show. I think that would be
So
great.
we can even have another one when you go mainnet after just we go mainnet.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Okay.
Why not? We might have also some more info.
So maybe we'll try to even invite the people that created the tokens in EagleFi, the one that listed their project in EagleFi. We do some kind of big celebration together. Yeah.
Nice. I thought you were going to say we can also invite Dusa. I was like,
Yeah, why not?
Can do that too. Why not? I mean, Dosa can create a pool with a token.
Oh, the breaking news. I was actually talking to Dusa a couple of weeks ago, and I was suggesting to them to, both of you guys actually asked if we can do something together at ECC in Cannes.
oh
So I was
yeah,
suggesting to them that we should organize a boxing match live. I think if there's any way to market Massa Network, that's probably it.
That would be so fun, man. Yeah.
I mean, it already exists, right? The crypto fights.
I think so,
Crypto-
yes. Someone's done
Crypto Fight
this
Night,
before,
I
but
think.
yeah, I mean, also, if you guys want me to fight on your behalf for any of the projects, I'm happy. Just give me someone to fight.
Okay. I mean, I did some boxing before, so I've been definitely confident, even with my boxing skills and my product too.
In that case, I think we need the prediction market also. If you guys,
Ah,
is
nice.
anyone hearing about this? I mean,
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if you remember when we started, we showed everything we can do in the future. If I thought of lottery, maybe people would love to have a lottery with a different cause. Yeah, we'll see.
nice. Nice. Well, I think
Yeah.
that was mostly it.
And again, big shout out to the blockchain team, and big shout out to my teammates Ayub and Farouk. They really did some amazing job in this short of amount of time. So yeah, thanks guys, and let's keep building. And yeah, thanks.
Let's keep building on Massa.
Yes, we will.
Let's go
Nice,
to the
guys.
moon.
Nice. Thank you very much. Thank you, Nadir. Thank you, Ayub. Thank you, Farouk. And yeah, we'll keep everyone updated. I think we have most of the stuff for now. And as soon as you are ready, we can just push more stuff towards the community.
All right. See you soon.
Thank you, guys.
Perfect.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Bye-bye.
And yeah, maybe last thing for the listeners, I don't know if next week we're going to have a community live because we're going to be at an IRL event with the rest of our team.
Yeah.
But we will basically be working together on creating some cool stuff for the next few months, like kind of an internal hackathon to bring something new. So let's hope it goes well, and we will keep you guys updated about it.
Can't really tell that much about it, but yeah, that's the idea. So yeah, next week there's no live. And for those who didn't really make it to this one, I mean, you can always rewatch it later. Okay. I mean, almost 1 hour. I think that's
I think it's
very
good. Yeah.
nice. Okay, well, thank you very much. See you guys on the next